What's up, you friggin' geniuses? So, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to find unit rates, or how to solve for unit rates. And just as a reminder, when you write your answer for a rate, or a unit rate, one of the more common ways is writing it as a fraction, okay? Something like this right here. So, basically, your answer would just be your first quantity per, or over, your second quantity, okay? Now, the only trick to this really is figuring out which quantity we put up here and which one we put down there. And also, I want to make sure that you understand this fraction bar right here represents the word per, which is really important because this word is a key word when we're trying to solve for rates. So let's do this first example and let me show you how this is all tied together. Okay, so the problem says you spent $69 on a 6-pack of Justin Bieber t-shirts. And then the question asks, what is the unit price per shirt? Okay, so here's our key word again, right? Per shirt. Now, the easy way of solving these is basically, so we have our keyword here, right? Per, which again means your fraction bar. And then the word that comes after it, so shirt in this case, is what goes in the bottom. Okay, and how many shirts do we have? Well, we have 6 of them, right? Because it's a 6-pack of shirts. So we have 6 shirts. Okay, so since shirts goes on the bottom, what goes on the top? Well, our other quantity over here, $69, right? $69. Okay, so this is our rate, but we have to find our unit rate, right? Now, your unit rate is basically just converting this bottom number, whatever number you have here in the denominator, and turning it into 1, okay? And all you have to do is divide it by itself. So since we have a 6 right here, then we're going to divide by 6, okay? Because then what is 6 divided by 6? That's equal to 1, right? But the thing is, if we're going to divide by 6 on the bottom, we also have to divide by 6 on the top. So we're going to simplify this, and so I'll put my fraction bar right now. And again, what is 6 divided by 6? Well, that's just equal to 1, right? And what are our units down here? Shirts, right? Or just shirt, since we're just talking about one of them. Okay, and then up top we have 69 divided by 6. What does that equal to? Well, let's divide 6 into 69. What do we get? Well, 6 goes into 6 one time, right? And then 1 times 6, it's just 6. You subtract, get a 0 right here, and then bring down the 9. Okay, now 6 goes into 9 one time, and then 1 times 6 is 6. Then we'll subtract here, and we get a 3, right? And then we don't have any other number up here, so we'll put a 0 and bring that down, right? So then down here we have 30. Now, 6 goes into 30 how many times? 5 times. And then 5 times 6 is 30. You subtract 30 minus 30, and we have no remainder, right? Now, our answer right here is not 115, okay? Because remember, we divided 6 into 69. So that means there must be a decimal point right there, right? So since we have a decimal point right there, that means we have to bring it straight up right there, okay? So our answer is actually 11.5. And then I'll put that up here, 11.5. And what are our units? Dollars, right? Dollars. Okay, and I'm just going to move this to the side a little bit to give myself some space. So $11.5 per one shirt, right? Now, this is almost our final answer, but we can clean up our answer up just a little bit. Okay, so $11.5, I'm just going to write it with a dollar sign. So I'll write it like that. And then we'll put our fraction bar right there. Now, whenever you have a 1 in the denominator, you can actually just hide it or get rid of it. So in the bottom, instead of having 1 shirt, you would just have shirt, okay? So then your answer right here would be $11.5 per shirt. Okay, that would be your final answer. And also up here, since we're talking about money in this case, $11.5, that's the same thing as just $11.50, right? So if you wanted to complete your answer a little bit more, you could just write it like that, okay? So your answer again would be $11.50 per shirt. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. Let's just do one more example real quick. So down here it says, you drove 420 miles in 4 hours to go see Justin Bieber in concert. And then the question is, at what rate per hour did you drive? Well, again, all you have to notice is your keyword right here, per, right? So that means fraction bar, and then the word that's after it, hour, goes in the bottom. So how many hours were there? Well, it says 4 hours right here, right? So we'll put 4 hours. So that means our other quantity right here, 420 miles, must go on top. 420 miles. Okay, so 420 miles per 4 hours. That is our rate. But again, we're looking for unit rates, right? And in order to find a unit rate, you just have to convert your denominator to a 1. So in order to convert this 4 into a 1, we're just going to divide by 4. Because 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. But again, if you divide by 4 on the bottom, we also have to divide by 4 on top. Now we can simplify this a little bit. So I'll put my fraction bar right there. And we'll start with the easy side. So what's 4 divided by 4? That's 1, right? And then our units are hours. Or in this case, it would just be hour, right? Because 1 hour. And also, like I said, when you have a 1 in the denominator, you don't actually have to write it. Okay, so then we would just have hour in the bottom. So then all that's left to do is to simplify the top, right? So what's 420 divided by 4? Well, let's do that off to the side right here. Let's divide 4 into 420. All right, so 4 goes into 4 one time, and then 1 times 4 is 4. You subtract, 4 minus 4 is 0, and then you bring down the 2, right? And then 4 goes into 2 0 times. 0 times 4 is 0. You subtract, and you get a 2, okay? And then you bring down this other 0 that's right here. And then 4 goes into 20 exactly 5 times, and then 5 times 4 is 20. You subtract 20 minus 20, and you get a 0 remainder, right? So our answer up here is 105, okay? So that's what I'm going to put up here. So 420 divided by 4 is 105. Okay, and remember, you keep your units the same, so miles up here, so keep miles up here. All right, so this would be your final answer, 105 miles per hour. All right, guys, so that is how you find unit rates. So I hope the examples were helpful. If they were, definitely leave a thumbs up down below. But if you still have questions or want to see any other examples, just let me know in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to try and help you out. Also, there's a playlist attached at the end of the video, so if there's any other topics you need help with, definitely go check that out, and I'll see you there.